All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is Subby here at Baumgart's Weather Center. So, if you've been watching social media, hopefully you had seen my post. I am in communications with the National Weather Service. They are having critical issues with their towers. Not sure if it's a wind, not sure exactly what is going on. There's a lot that is happening right now, guys. So, I the weather radios just are not going to be they're just not going to be able to be depended on to get you guys the warnings and the watches and advisories. I am expecting most of West Central Missouri to be placed under either a tornado watch, which is more likely, or a severe thunderstorm watch here within this hour. So you may not get notification on your weather radio because of that. So I definitely want to make sure that everybody stays in the know. And so I am just going to stay live with you guys. We are seeing some cells popping up over in eastern Kansas. This will likely be the start of the line that will affect us this afternoon. We do have that chance to see a couple stronger thunderstorms within this line, so I'm monitoring it very closely. But I'm just going to stay online, guys. We do have a fire in Henry County on the west side along 7 Highway down around Hobby Time. So National Weather Service did kind of give us a heads up on a hot spot on on radar that they saw. So I do believe we do have crews on scene, but I'm picking up some wind gusts up to 48 miles per hour already outside. So with those southerly winds, any fire out there right now is going to be a dangerous one. So hopefully they can get that under control. And I'm just going to be here with you guys. I'm going to be taking some breaks. I'm going to be leaving radar up just so that you guys can watch radar. If you look right down at the bottom, you see that scroll going across. That is updated every few seconds from the National Weather Service. So this will go off in case we get underneath a watch or a warning. It will flash. So this is going to be one way you guys are going to be able to stay ahead of this weather game, because these thunderstorms are going to fire up really, really quickly. And some of them could be strong to severe. So I have a feeling we're probably just moments away from a watch being issued from the Storm Prediction Center and the National Weather Service. So again, if you can't be in front of a phone or your computer, make sure you listen to 95.3 KDKD as Clay is in the studios. He's going to be making sure that all the warnings, watches, and advisories get sent out over the radio waves. I am going to be tagging this in Subby's Weather Talk group, this live feed, so that everybody will have a chance to be able to stay up to date on the latest watches and warnings. And again, they have no time frame on when the towers are going to be repaired. It could be today, it could be in a matter of just a few minutes, or it could be overnight. We're just not sure how long. They're not even sure exactly what the problem is right now, but I have a feeling the wind is probably the culprit on that. So again, we are not under anything other than a high wind warning right now for up to 60 mile an hour non-thunderstorm winds for our county and for West Central Missouri. So make sure that you keep everything inside. Lay your lawn furniture down. Make sure your porch is cleared off. And again, we're seeing gusts already up to 48 miles per hour here at the studios here about 20 minutes ago. So these winds are going to continue to crank. These storms are going to be traveling at 50 to 60 mile an hour. They're going to blow up, and then they're going to get out of here. We'll be left with a decent evening, but we have to get through this. And of course, when it rains, it pours. Weather radios go down. This is one of the biggest reasons why you have to have more than one way to get warnings, watches, and advisories. To have an app on your phone, to have a weather radio, to follow our social media streams, our live feeds. So you have to have multiple waves in case something goes down. Just like the weather radios just did, right when the storms are forming. So we have no control over that right now. So again, um, we just gotta we have to be vigilant and just stay weather aware, guys. We'll get through this just fine. Give me one moment, guys. All right, guys. So I basically just keep it in direct communication with Henry County Emergency Management. And again, weather radios are down. They're having issues with the towers. So I am going to stay live through the course. We do have some thunderstorms that are brewing up in eastern Kansas right now. I do see down near Miami, Oklahoma. They have a special weather statement out for that one. Kind of waiting to see if these storms are if they have enough moisture for them to become strong to severe, or if these storms are going to push on off to the east and then develop just east of west central Missouri into strong to severe thunderstorms. And we do have a couple of fires to talk about. If you guys notice, up here just east of Warrenburg along 50 Highway, there's two separate fires, and you can actually see the smoke plume from these fires. They're rather large. So if you are traveling along 50 Highway, east or west, you're going to be visibility, or it's likely going to be very, very low for you guys because of the smoke from these fires. I don't know what the percentage of them being contained right now, but we do have two active fires in Johnson County, and we also have one just west of Clinton. And it is actually they're trying to figure out a way to get to it. It is on private property, gated. They're trying to find a way to be able to get to it, to be able to fight this fire. And again, this is just west, look like in between Montrose and Urick is where this is at right now. So, anyway, well, I'll keep you up to date if I find out any more information on these fires. And again, with 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts right now, guys, any little fire is going to grow in size very, very quickly. So I will keep you guys up to date on that. And again, um, I'm looking through chat here. So will these still be dry thunderstorms, Alan asks. They can be, yes. And again, that I don't know if anybody received any rain. If you guys seen those thunderstorms that come up from eastern Kansas and kind of went up through west central Missouri, they pretty much just dissipated. They evaporated before the rain evaporated before it hit the ground. So the conditions are still dry at the higher elevation. So yeah, dry thunderstorms is still a possibility with this. But my biggest concern is these thunderstorms out here in eastern Kansas grow in intensity as they move off to the north and to the east. So that's what I'm keeping a close eye on right now. Of course, Cass, Bates, Vernon counties, you guys are going to be the first three counties in west central Missouri that's going to see some of these thunderstorms. And of course, I'll have it right here and keep you guys updated on what's going on. I'm really surprised we have not seen a watch that has been issued as of yet. We have a 95% chance of a watch being issued for our area. So, with these storms out here in eastern Kansas, I'm expecting for us to be under a watch just about at any time. So, we'll continue to watch this and track these storms as they come into west central Missouri. And again, I'm planning on being live for an extended amount of time, guys. I will be taking breaks. I will be I will be actually keeping radar up. I will still be watching chat. I will still be we're still going to be updating the local feeds for West Central Missouri to keep you guys, make sure you guys are up to date with warnings, watches, and advisories for our area since weather radio are down for West Central Missouri. So they are having issues with the towers. So you guys give me, you guys give me just a few moments, and I am going to share this feed with other platforms to make sure everybody's in the know. And everything I'll keep up here on the screen so you guys kind of keep watch on these storms with me. And I'll be back. I'll be back live here. You guys can see my ugly bug here in about 5 minutes. All right, guys, I am back. I set up another computer in here too, so I kind of keep watch. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch that had just been issued by the National Weather Service. So, just kind of a heads up for you guys. And of course, looks like it did go out to Everbridge, which, if you are in Henry County and you signed up for Everbridge,
the National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm watch.
And this is going to be for all of west central Missouri. So that is going to be this is going to be till 7 o'clock, guys. 7 o'clock. So these storms are actually moving 70 miles per hour. So that is the reason why we have to stay weather aware until this line gets past west central Missouri. 70 miles per hour is what this is tracking. So these are going to be very, very quick moving storms. I would say probably they're going to start affecting parts of west central Missouri, Vernon County, Bates County, Cass County, probably here within the next hour. And I would say probably around 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock for the second row of counties, that Johnson, Henry, St. Clair, and then probably closer to 4:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere in that neighborhood for Pettis and Benton counties. These things are moving so fast to the northeast, so you're just not going to have a whole lot of time to prepare. But of course, we're here live. We're going to be keeping all the latest information right here with you guys up on my screen right now. I do have the latest from the National Weather Service. I had them up. It's pretty much having an extra meteorologist in my back pocket. They're 24/7, 365. They're right here at my fingertips. If I have any questions or if I see something that I need to get with them as well. So still a lot of hot spots out there. We got two big fires that are happening in Johnson County, and that is going to be just east of Warrensburg along Highway 50. Because both of these fires are right along Highway 50, I have a feeling it was, just a guess, probably a cigarette butt that somebody flicked out the window probably started these two big fires being right along the highway. So I am not sure to how far they have got them contained as of yet. But again, we've got two large fires along 50 Highway just east of Warrensburg. And you can see them actually here on radar. They're right at 50 Highway. What you're seeing here, those aren't clouds. That's actually the smoke from the fires. So one right at Knob Noster, and another one probably about 6-7 miles. Yeah, probably 6-7 miles east of Warrensburg along Highway 50. I am not seeing a whole lot down here west of Clinton. There was a hot spot down here just west side of Clinton. I guess that's good news. I am not seeing anything on radar right now showing that there's still a fire. I know fire crews were trying to find ways to be able to get to this area, to be able to get this fire out. So hopefully they have that one under containment. But these two up here in Johnson County, they look rather large right now. You see it blowing smoke all the way up to near Chillicothe from these two storms. So anyway, that's definitely something that that we're keeping a close eye on. These cells, they are likely going to intensify as they cross the state line, so we're going to be watching them very, very carefully. Let me get through some of chat here real quick, guys. And again, this is going to be, I'm going to be here with you guys. Weather radios are down. I'm going to say that many more times. Um, Weather radios are down. So they're having issues with the towers. Techs know about it. They're not sure when they will actually get those fixed. I couldn't tell you if it was going to be here in a few minutes or tomorrow or next week. But right now, here in West Central Missouri, we do have a couple towers down. So please, if you can, follow the live feed. I'm going to keep you up to date with all the latest watches warnings. If you're out on the road, please, looks like we do have. All right, guys. So we already have severe thunderstorm warnings coming out. So those in Bates County and Cass County, you need to be prepared for over 70-mile-per-hour winds. You have a severe thunderstorm warning out for you guys. A considerable damage threat assessment put out by the National Weather Service. Let's read this together. So the National Weather Service Pleasant Hill has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Miami, Lynn in central Kansas, and Cass and Bates in west central until 3 o'clock. Thunderstorms located along a line extending from near Edgerton to near Pleasanton to near Arma, moving northeast at 55, 70-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail, and this is radar indicated. So, of course, some of the towns: Amoret, Baldwin Park, Pleasanton, Strasburg, Lake Annette, Westline, East Lynn, Lacine, Parker, Fontana, Hume, Rich Hill, Child, Belton, Rockville, Drexel, Osawatomie, Mound City, and Worland. So definitely we're starting to see these intensify. They're moving so fast. They're producing very strong winds as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Vernon County also being under the gun here momentarily. But again, Cass County and Bates County, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning till 3 o'clock. Hi, Barb. It's going to be just a little bit later before you guys get into the storms, but still expecting some strong storms for Benton County. Nothing severe tomorrow, Cassie. We just got to get through this line of storms. This is the main show for today. It's going to be this line of storms moving very, very fast. Once this line moves through, we're done with the severe threat for the rest of the night. It's going to cool down tomorrow and Sunday, back down into the 50s. But outside of maybe a shower tomorrow night, we're going to be pretty much dry for the weekend. So we just got to get through this little rough patch tonight, and then West Central Missouri will be good for the weekend. Hi, Clint. So again, if I'm not talking while I'm here on air, I'm constantly scoping out the feed from the National Weather Service. They have a chat room that we are all in, so just kind of keeping up with what they're talking about, seeing if there's any other fires out there, any other hot spots they're picking up on radar. So any ideas on the threat for tornadoes in Windsor today? I cannot be specific about whether or not Windsor is going to be getting a tornado today or not. I wish I had that power. Our tornado threat is not zero. It is relatively low. But right now, everything's on the table. All the cards are on the table for today, mainly because of the amount of wind shear that is going on. I mean, when we start talking about, these storms moving 70 miles per hour, we always got to be thinking that we're watching very closely for spin up tornadoes along this line. So, again, I can't give you an answer on that, but we need to stay weather aware throughout the afternoon while this line moves across. Hey, sis. Hey, I just want to give a big shout out there to Ezekiel and Titus out there in Smithton. I appreciate you guys watching the live stream with us. We've got some pretty heavy thunderstorms moving in, but I'm very, very happy and blessed you guys are watching with me. And hope you enjoyed this live broadcast where we try to keep everybody informed and protected of any severe weather hazards. You know, I mean, we're talking winds 60, 70 miles per hour, can knock tree branches down onto cars. It can knock out power for a while. So we're just, you keep it right here. Keep watching the live stream, and we'll make sure you guys keep up to date on the latest weather information. But glad to have you, Titus and Ezekiel. All right, so if anybody out there knows Zachary Tribble, he wants to make sure that everybody knows that he is in the bathtub eating tacos right now. So, Zachary, hope you're having a good time. Eat some tacos. Now, Pettis and Benton County, you guys right now are still under that high wind warning. They have not extended that severe thunderstorm watch that far yet. You will likely be included into a tornado watch here probably within the next hour or so. So a little better conditions. You move just east of our area, it gets a little bit more moisture and a little better opportunity for a possible formation of a tornado. So you guys aren't out of the woods right now. It's just going to be just a little bit later before these storms get over to Benton and Pettis counties. All right, let's see what else is happening here. I'm going to go ahead and pause that motion here just a second. I'm just going to get a few screens ready here. Okay, so again, Cass County, Bates County, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning up until 3 o'clock this afternoon for 70-mile-per-hour winds. Hi, Lynn. Tornado threat is not very high today for us here in west central Missouri. They're going to be a lot higher out in central and eastern Missouri. If not zero, we're still watching for that potential. But the threat is not it's not overly impressive right now for tornadoes, mainly straight line winds, maybe some hail. But we're keeping a very close eye on that tornado threat here in west central Missouri. No, it's still going to be pretty breezy even tomorrow, Stacy, as far as the wind. Not as much as today for sure. But we're going to be looking at like 15 to 20 mile an hour wind gusts tomorrow even. So we're going to keep up with these winds all the way till probably midnight or so. Hi, Sally from Warsaw. Glad to have you in here. All right, I'm going to check out some of these here. And again, if you guys remember, the weather radios are not active today. They're having issues from the National Weather Service. So please, let's make sure that you have other means. Download Storm Shield for your Apple or for your Android phone. It actually, you'll be able to hear it if we get underneath another warning. You'll hear it go off on my phone, but it will notify you of any watches or warnings. You're going to have multiple ways to be able to receive these warnings and watches, mainly because the weather radios, we cannot depend on them today because they are having some critical errors with the weather radio today. Oh, Ezekiel and Titus, they're jumping up and down. They're excited. That's awesome. Yeah, St. Clair. St. Clair is not in service on the weather radio. Henry, Bates. Part of Bates might be catching the National Weather Service out of Pleasant Hill, possibly. I'm going to try to keep up and make sure everybody that wants in on our room is in. That way they can get the latest updates as well. So I'm planning on being with you guys as long as there's storms in and around our area. Just want to make sure everybody stays up to date. Thanks, Candy. Yeah, I'm glad we're able to be on here. Thanks to Radford Media Group for allowing so many different avenues to be able to get these warnings and watches out to everybody. And of course, Baumgars, the Weather Center, we appreciate them. Clayton Hartfelt, Home Care, and Max Motors. You guys pay my salary. So I gotta thank you guys. You guys sponsored this Storm Track live segment. So thank you guys very much for all the support and sponsorship. We sure appreciate that. Let me see here. Trying to get caught up on chat. I want to be in the room. Oh, National Weather Service chat. Yep. Yeah, there's loads of information there. I rely on them a lot. They're really spotting a lot of fires out there right now, guys. A lot of fires up here. They've got another one up here near Chillicothe. We still have, looks like we still have 2 ongoing fires along 50 Highway, about 6 miles east of Warrensburg and near Knob Noster. No, I will not be adding anybody to the National Weather Service chat, unfortunately. All right, so those in Vernon County, you're not under a warning right now, but I have a feeling there's some pretty strong winds coming into Vernon County right now. Let's take a look out of the Springfield branch here. All right, give me one moment, guys. Hi, Donnie. So just kind of scoping out the cell down here coming into Vernon County. Likely start. Well, we probably will see a severe thunderstorm warning right down here in Vernon County, picking up some about 55, 58 mile per hour winds. That's really all it takes for a storm to be labeled severe. 58 mile per hour greater, 1 inch hail, and or a tornado classifies them as being severe. So I would not be surprised to see Nevada and Vernon County be placed under a severe thunderstorm warning as well. You can definitely expect some very strong winds and maybe some small hail right now with this line. Up here, Bates County, we have that line starting to move in. It is just west of I-49, west of Archie, Adrian, Passaic, and Butler right now. So right now, nothing too pressing. Other than a strong wind gust right now, I'm not seeing really much of the way of any hail with any of these cells moving into Bates County. So we'll be keeping watch on that. And again, Bates County, Cass County, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning till 3 o'clock. So you have about another, 15, 18 minutes left on that severe thunderstorm warning. I did, Shelly. An app for the weather alerts. It's called Storm Shield is the name of it. I'm going to bring this right down here for you so you kind of see what it looks like. That is what the icon looks like, Storm Shield. You can download it for Android or Apple, and you set it will automatically pick up your location. you pick and choose what alert that you want to be alerted for, and then it will come across your phone in voice and an alert tone. Very, very good app. I've had it for a long time. So Knob Noster right now, you're probably a little smoky over there, Jenny. There is a rather large fire. Just actually, it looks like it's just on the east side of town of Knob Noster. There's also another fire right along 50 Highway, about 9 miles west of Knob Noster, right along 50 Highway. So these are not clouds. These are actually, this one here looked like that could be a pretty major fire. The one that is just west of Knob Noster and just east of Warrensburg. Looked like it might even be moving a little bit east, or I'm sorry, moving a little bit west as well. So we do have two fires ongoing in Johnson County. Johnson County is under a severe thunderstorm watch till 7 o'clock tonight. And we're watching this line of storms right here develop right in eastern Kansas. That's going to be moving into west central Missouri here over the next couple hours. Actually, Cass County, Bates County, they are under a severe thunderstorm warning until 3 o'clock this afternoon. All right, guys, I'm going to go run and grab me something to drink. Kind of wet my whistle. I'm talking a lot right now. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be for our friends up north. This is going to be for Wyandotte County, Kansas. That's where my sissy lives. Also, Johnson County, Kansas, and Leavenworth, Kansas, under a severe thunderstorm warning for these cells right here. So anyway, that is definitely something for our friends up north. New severe thunderstorm warning: Wyandotte, Johnson, and Leavenworth, Kansas. I know a lot of people are going to be getting close to the 3 o'clock hour. A lot of them are getting out of work. So just be mindful. Severe thunderstorm warning out for Wyandotte, Johnson, Leavenworth, Kansas. Hi, Nathan. Yep, it's going to be heading your way tonight. You could see a couple cells out ahead of this line as well, starting as soon as 4, 5 o'clock. The main line, this line that's coming into west central Missouri right now, will likely be affecting you probably sometime close to dark. But that's when these storms are really supposed to get with it. There's going to be a nocturnal jet stream that formed near the surface that's going to help aid these things to want to rotate. So out there closer to Columbia, Boonville, Jeff City, you guys have a better chance to see that tornado threat out your way tonight. All right, guys, so before we get any more warnings, I am going to go grab a drink and I will be right back. All right, guys, I am back. So, kind of what I was thinking, Vernon County, you are now under a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds and 3/4 of an inch hail. It's actually a large severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to include actually Bourbon, Cherokee, Crawford County in Kansas, and Barton, northern Newton, Vernon, and Jasper County in Missouri until 3:45. And again, that's going to be for 70-mile-per-hour winds and penny-size hail. So emergency manager did report a 4-inch tree limb down in Cherokee County. So we are looking at least 60-mile-an-hour winds typically when we talk of tree branch that size. So it is down in some limbs. Again, we need to prepare for the possibility of power outages. So make sure everybody is prepared for power outages. Make sure your cell phones are charged and ready to rock and roll. Gracie got to work tonight in Uric. Once this line gets through, Gracie, it's going to be over. So I'm not sure what time you have to work, but I am expecting all these storms to be out of here by probably a little after 5, 6 o'clock out of most of west central Missouri. Now, we're going to be keeping an eye for Pettis and Benton counties. They're going to be coming in just a little bit later.
Jim, hey,
Yes.
sorry to bother you. I know you're live. Any word on EAS? I don't think EAS is going off.
Oh, it's not going
It's
off?
not going off for Bates in Pettis County, or Bates in Cass County.
It's not going off.
Nothing going off.
Oh, no.
So Kansas City's not getting the warnings or.
Yeah,
anything
they're
else.
not getting it to them. Okay. Yeah, they're still talking about that the towers are down. The techs know about it, but they're so busy right now with these storms that I mean they're short staffed.
Yeah.
They just can't handle everything. So that's what makes being on 95.3 and
If I
and
just did-
live
I
make
just
it
went
all
live
more.
and said, hey, we got warnings for listing in area counties. So I did just get
Okay.
on air with it. So
Now, look at this. Something you might want to mention next time. There are 2 very large fires along 50 Highway in Johnson County, just east of Warrensburg, just west of just on the east side of Knob Noster. This one here looked like a pretty good one because it's blowing smoke all the way up to Chillicothe.
oh wow, those are fires.
Yep.
So fires
So-
up towards 50 Highway as well.
Yep. So
Okay.
you might mention that. That's going to be east of Warrensburg.
East of Warrensburg. Okay.
Yep. All right, guys. So we have a lot going on. So the EAS, which is kind of an emergency. This is going to be an emergency message you typically hear over the radio, over TV. The National Weather Service is not even getting those statements out over the airwaves. So they've got a major issue going on with getting warnings and watches out there to everybody. So again, let's make sure you share the stream. Make sure you tell people, check out 95.3. That was Clay I was just talking about. He is going to be updating 95.3 as we go through the course of the afternoon, keeping everybody as updated as we can. I do have the National Weather Service up right here. I am talking to them as we are going live to be able to get the latest information directly from the mouths of the meteorologists from the National Weather Service as well. So right now, this is looking like a big wind threat. I'm not seeing anything that is characteristic of rotating thunderstorms, although I'm keeping a very close eye on that. I've got a couple different screens up right now with radars, different types of radars that I'm keeping a very close eye on right now. So we do have a, let's see here, a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust confirmed at K10 and Kill Creek Road in northwest Johnson County. That's right up here. That's going to be for our friends up here in Wyandotte, Leavenworth, and Johnson County, Kansas. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning, as well as Cass, Bates, and Vernon counties here in west central Missouri. You guys are under the gun with a severe thunderstorm warning. 70-mile-per-hour winds or greater is possible, and some small hail. So we're keeping a very close eye on you guys as these storms are moving across. Okay, now take a look at this cell right here, guys. It just blew up just west of Clinton. We're talking in just a matter of a couple of minutes. Okay, so we had 3 minutes on this cell just west of Clinton. These are the ones I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on. These isolated cells out ahead of the line. See how fast that thing just blew up. That is what I am concerned about, and I will be keeping a very close eye on this. I mean, we went from nothing to a thunderstorm in 3 minutes. So this is what we're dealing with here today. This is the reason why we need to keep very weather aware throughout west central Missouri until this line gets past us. All right, let's take a look at this line of storms here just east of Amoret, Foster, Hume. These are moving, 50, 55 miles per hour. So we need to be paying very close attention. If you guys are in Butler, Passaic, Adrian, Archie, this line of storms is going to be moving into your area here in just a few minutes. So again, be prepared for 70-mile-per-hour winds, maybe some small hail. I'm not picking up a whole lot on hail. Use the vertically integrated liquid. No hail associated with just torrential rains from the reflectivity, what it looks like. Check out velocity. These things are not rotating as of right now. Not seeing much of the way of rotation. So that's good news. Looks like more of a straight line wind event right now, but we're keeping a very close eye, especially on this cell up here crossing 7 Highway, just east of Uric right now. This was nothing 4 minutes ago. It just blew up, and that's the biggest issue we have with conditions the way they are today, with very strong wind shear, strong winds up above us. We've got tons of instability. We have this big, massive storm system moving in. Somebody sneezes out there, you're likely to get a thunderstorm just like just happened here in western Henry County. So I'm going to be watching that very closely since it's all by itself hanging out there right now. So again, there's a little bit of lightning with these, looks like. Let me look here real quick. I'm not sure what that means. Something very wild come across National Weather Service chat. we might actually have. I am going to take a look here real quick, guys. And see if they are. I'm going to go ahead and there's a bunch of requests for people to come into the room. They are updated right now. Everybody is in the room right now. In case you invited somebody, they are all in our room now. Okay, so I kind of thought maybe we had Nader boys they are not out. So looks like they might be out. I'm not sure what they've got going on here. Looks like Isaac is out and about in the field right now. So he's using a kind of a picture in picture. So I'm not going to be able to share that with them right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of our sky cams. Okay, so it looks like we have a new severe thunderstorm warning. That's likely going to be for... Okay, so basically what that is, that's just reaffirming that there is still a severe thunderstorm warning out for Cass County and Bates County, and also for Vernon County. I'll check here on chat here in just a moment, guys. Try to get some of your questions answered here. Right, I'm going to try to do a display capture. All right, if you guys can see that. This is actually from our downtown camera looking west from Clinton, Missouri downtown. And we are actually looking at this cell that is just west of Clinton. We are looking here on the live cam on that. We'll keep an eye on that, see if there's any further development. And again, very strong cell coming through. Bates County right now, get ready to cross I-49 here in about 15 minutes. Those in Adrian, Passaic, Butler, down to Rich Hill, you guys are going to be under the gun for possibly 70-mile-per-hour winds and maybe some small hail as well. Amy just mentioned that there's a wildfire between 7 and 18 up by Mallards, kind of. Yep, that's the one that we were referring to. Hopefully, this spreads a little bit of rain on that fire too. We still have 2 ongoing fires up in Johnson County, east of Warrensburg, along 50 Highway, as well. Yeah, thanks, Robin. She's letting the friends know about the storm since the radios are down. Absolutely. Weather radios cannot be depended on today. They are down. We're not sure when they're going to get them back up again. Greg's going storm chasing in his backyard. Kiki wants to know the legends. The legend to like the colors of the counties, like what are warnings, watches, that sort of thing, or you talking about the from the storms themselves? Yeah, Storm Shield is a great app for your Android or Apple. That's a great tool to have. It will notify you of any weather that be coming your direction. So there is no legend. You would think a fancy radar like this would have a legend. The reds and the purples, the dark reds, those are where you're going to find the extreme rainfall. And then, of course, it goes down to orange and then yellow, a little bit lighter. And then the green is lighter rain yet. So you're really looking for the purples, and the dark reds are going to be the heaviest of the cells. So Governor Keogh signed um, state of emergency for Missouri for severe weather. Yeah, they're going to need it, especially out here in central Missouri into eastern Missouri. Right now, from St. Louis over to Jeff City, down through West Plain, Poplar Bluff, they're kind of under the gun for tonight. Possibly even a tornado outbreak down in that area. So, yeah, they want all hands on deck down in the eastern part of the state. And remember that these storms that are firing up now, they're pretty much there's hardly any moisture working with these storms, guys. You see the ones that were earlier that just evaporated before any rain hit the ground. They do not have much moisture to work with at all. And up until this storm system actually moves off to the east, kind of get the big picture here. Once this moves a little bit further to the east and starts tapping into some of that Gulf moisture, this line that we're seeing right now is going to absolutely explode over central Missouri and eastern Missouri later on tonight. So let's do this. I'm going to put this on that. See if we can find that circulation. Let's go back a few frames. So you notice how these storms are moving south. These storms are moving north. So there's the area of circulation right here. That's the center of the low pressure system. And we are right along a what's called kind of a dry line. And to the east of us, there's rich, moist air. And to the west of it, very dry air. And so as this line continues to move into more of that that more rich, moist, warm air, that line is going to blow up. And notice it's even producing blizzard conditions up here in Minnesota. So this is such a powerhouse of a system, creating havoc across the entire middle of part of the country. All right, so it looks like this strong cell is coming across I-49 right now. Looks like it's going to be crossing just south of Harrisonville down to Archie, Adrian, Passaic, and Butler, moving to the east, northeast, coming across 49 highway right now. Hi, Karen. So luckily, this little pop-up thunderstorm has probably really helped in extinguishing that fire out on 18. I know there are crews out there working it. We have not gotten any kind of feedback yet on whether or not it's fully contained, whether or not they got it put out. We have not heard as of yet. Still a very strong cell up here coming through KC Metro, and another one coming into looks like that's coming into Wyandotte County. Going to be going up through Parkville, Gladstone, North Kansas City, Tiffany Springs. Very strong cell up in that area, and then up to Platte City and Smithville will be next. All of you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning up there in north of Kansas City, including Jackson, Johnson, Platte. Looks like they just issued another one, kind of an extension for Leavenworth and Wyandotte County, mainly for this cell right here producing 70-mile-per-hour winds. They're moving 55 to 65 miles per hour. Emily, that's how fast these storms are actually moving. So Steph, the first fire, I think we're talking multiple fires. The first fire was located just on the south side of off of 7 Highway, behind Hobby Time, back to 18 Highway. The second one was kind of in between Montrose and Urick, was the second fire. Those I have not heard on the response yet. I do know that there are crews out there right now. You can kind of see on our sky cam, it's that wind is really, it's really whipping up there. You see the camera shaking. Not much to see right there. We're gonna go ahead and take Skycam off for right now. Take a look at if there's anything here from the National Weather Service. In Blue Springs, 55-mile-per-hour winds at Paul Kinder Middle School, and that is at that's in Blue Springs. So right now, we do have severe thunderstorm warnings out for Vernon, Bates, Cass, and then of course for our friends up to the north, that's going to be of course Jackson, Johnson, Wyandotte, Platte, and looks like Ray counties. They're all under a severe thunderstorm warning, mainly for 70-mile-per-hour winds. Taking a look here at velocity radar, the good news here, I'm not seeing these things rotating too much right now. That's very, very good news. When you get rotating thunderstorms, that's when you get the larger hail. That's when you get the threat for tornadoes. So I'm not really seeing that here south of the National Weather Service in Pleasant Hill. Looks like just straight line wind for the most part, but again, I'm keeping very close eye. I do have a couple other programs up here off to my left that I am watching for any signs of rotation with any of these cells. So right now, it's just looking like strong thunderstorms with maybe a 60, 70 mile per hour wind gust. Yeah, Amy, after this line moves through, then our severe threat is done for the evening. So we just have to get through this line of storms and get it out of our area, and then we can, I think we'll be good to go. Yeah, Jeannie. And again, for those of you just might now be getting on the stream, weather radios are down for today. National Weather Service confirmed that they are having some technical problems with some towers. So I know several counties are without weather radio, and that's the reason why we're here with you guys. We've been live now for about an hour and a half, and I'm going to remain live here, keeping you guys updated on the latest information as it comes out. So I might take a break here and there, run to the men's room, grab something to drink, but I'm going to be here putting out the latest watches and warnings. If you can't be next to a computer or next to your phone, you can listen to 95.3 KDKD. Clay is in the studios. He's going to be here for the duration. He's going to be putting out warnings, watches, and advisories for the entire West Central Missouri as well. We want to make sure you guys stay updated. The emergency messages that you would typically get on radio and TV because of a warning, they are not working properly either. So there's a communication gap between National Weather Service and the towers that's keeping these warnings being issued. So that's the reason why we're right here keeping you guys up to date with the latest. You're still seeing smoke behind Hobby Time? Okay, thanks, Emily. raining good in Harrisonville right now. Yeah, that's part of that stronger cell coming through right now. Looked like it's just south of Harrisonville right now, right along Interstate 49 and Highway 7. So if anybody is commuting, just remember you're gonna be getting into some very heavy rain along 7 Highway. Looks like right when you get up right there at Daughtry, there on TT, that is right before the curve that you come around to get onto 49 there. That cell that started down here in Henry County, it is now up here in Johnson County near Warrensburg. Still kind of, it hadn't strengthened any, so that's good news. That's what I was a little bit concerned about. Any storm that initiates in front of the line, those are the ones I watch very, very closely, but it looks like it's behaving itself right now. That's good news. So, of course, with these clouds that are going to be moving in, um, with these storms, it's going to be tougher and tougher to see any fires that might be out there. So, it's before these storms got close enough where we were still kind of in the clear. It was very easy to be able to detect the hot spots on satellite, but now it's completely cloud cover. It's really tough to do that right now. Nope, no, sir. You guys are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 7 o'clock tonight. So be prepared for some strong straight line winds and maybe some strong hail as this line moves through your area here, probably within the next hour 15 minutes. We got another little cell that popped up here just north of Clinton. Kind of keep an eye on that as it continues to work its way up toward Pettis County. Right now, I have not seen. We did have a 70-mile-per-hour wind gust in Bates County just come across and looked like we had a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust, one northwest Maywood in Wyandotte County, Kansas. So we do have some strong winds out there right now. Down in Nevada, they have a cell moving on the south side of Nevada, maybe with some small hail. And of course, strong straight line winds up to 70 miles per hour is possible with this severe thunderstorm warning. Really, that looks like about the strongest cell that we have out there right now along the leading edge of this line. So, good news, the cell coming up here in Warrenburg in Johnson County might actually help extinguish a couple fires that were along 50 highway that we were tracking earlier. So that's good news. That's good news. So, according to one of the meteorologists that I'm in a chat with here, so they are looking about a new watch that's going to be coming out. That's going to include Pettis County, Benton County, maybe even St. Clair and Henry. But the moisture, we've been talking about that for the last couple days now. There's just not enough moisture out there, or else these storms would just be blossoming right now. It's really starving on moisture. However, it is getting better right now. So they are thinking about a possible tornado watch for this area right in here, just right along Johnson, Henry, St. Clair, and points to the east being under a tornado watch here over the next few hours, since those conditions are improving a little bit for the possibility of formation of a couple tornadoes. So right now they are actually chatting with the Storm Prediction Center, trying to get their ducks in a row, kind of taking a look at the latest information, and then they will issue a watch here probably within the hour here for the rest of west central Missouri. Let's take a look and see where that moisture is real quick. We don't have anything real concerning right now. This is short-term radar, is what this is, based on the ARRR short-term model. This is what radar could look like here over the next couple hours. And I'm going to put this into play here over the next couple hours. You notice how that line really starts to intensify right when it gets over to the eastern side of west central Missouri. Now, once it gets, man, look at that line now, from Springfield up through Lebanon, Jeff City, Moberly, Columbia. That line is very intense, according to what the short-term models is talking about. So this thing's going to continue to intensify, and it looks like probably here in another 45 minutes or so, showing a pretty good cell down here in St. Clair County. Now, this is model representation. It's not going to show us what's going to happen. It's going to show us what could happen, and it gives us some trending. So as you can see, that line really starts to intensify really when it gets to about a Pettis, Benton, Greene County down in Springfield and east. That's when it really begins to intensify. What I want to take a look at here is going to be the dew points right now. I'm going to let it load up here. So yeah, you can really see the dry line. Let me get off of this over here. There we go. You can really see that this dry line. Now this is like a little dry line bulge right up here in Johnson County. This is for about 6 o'clock tonight, and right along that dry line bulge, that's where you see that little indention in that dry line. That's when we're gonna have to sit there, kind of pay close attention to. You see this plume of moisture, the darker greens. You don't see that here. We're just now starting to get into some of the better moisture. And just on the other side of it, look at that. The dew point 19 degrees at 6 o'clock in Butler. And almost 60 degrees in Hickory County. So that's pretty impressive. That's a strong dry line. So moisture is improving a little bit. And of course, look at these real strong dew points down here. That's the moisture that we're missing. If we had that moisture where we're at right now, we would have severe thunderstorm warnings everywhere. But because of that lack of moisture, it's keeping these storms pretty much behaved for the most part right now. But this is where they're expecting big time thunderstorms, possible tornadoes from Poplar Bluff, Sykeston, St. Louis, Farmington, Cape Girardeau, Perryville. Got a buddy of mine lives in Perryville. You guys are going to be under the gun later on tonight. This is 11 o'clock tonight. So little axis of moisture right here. That's what's kind of driving some of these thunderstorms right now. And that was the short-term HRRR model was what we were looking at. Let's see here, Guitar Man. Will the wind die down fairly quickly? No, we're gonna have winds on the backside of this also. Once this line moves through, winds are gonna stay kind of gusty tomorrow on Saturday, up to about 20 miles per hour. So we're not gonna see a big downplay of the wind once this line moves through. But I don't think we'll get those 60-mile-an-hour gusts once this moves through. Well, and as soon as I say that, so the National Weather Service is anticipating, because of what they've seen so far, that there could be some winds 60, 70 miles per hour directly behind this line of storms. So, and then once that moves through, then the winds will kind of die back down into the 30 to 35 mile an hour range, to answer your question. So, directly behind this line, like right now in Lewisburg, Amsterdam, Amoret, Hume, Fort Scott, you guys are probably feeling the outflow from this line of storms, and some of those winds can gust up to 60, 70 miles per hour. And that's one of the reasons why that high wind warning is going on till 8 o'clock tonight. So we just had a report from Brenda. She is currently, let's see here, about 5 minutes ago, she's headed to Clinton from Pleasant Hill. So she was up here at the National Weather Service office. She is heading home to Clinton, and she said very torrential rains and very high winds she's encountered on the way home so far. So right now, really, guys, I'm not seeing a whole lot to be concerned with at this time. Now, remember what we just looked back at the model. This line is going to try to mature the further east it goes. So we're kind of through that first row of counties in west central Missouri. The next one's up is going to be, of course, Lafayette, Johnson, Henry, St. Clair County. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what this line does as it moves across our counties. And then, of course, Benton and Pettis County will be next in line with this line of storms. So we're going to be here for the duration. Right now, we still have Cass, Bates, and Vernon County here in west central Missouri underneath a severe thunderstorm warning. And that's going to go on for about the next 10 minutes for 70-mile-per-hour winds associated with a few of these cells. So, but right now, I'm not picking up much of the way of anything here in Cass and Bates County other than just torrential rainfall right now in Bates County. There is a little bit of a hail core here in Vernon County, just northwest of Harwood. And this is just southwest of Shell City. There's a, maybe picking up some dime to penny size hail with that cell down there just southwest of Shell City. But right now, nothing is really sticking out. We are seeing a few cells popping up out ahead of this line, but so far they're wanting to behave. So we've been very fortunate so far because of this lack of moisture that we haven't gotten into really some robust thunderstorms yet. But it's still early. We still have to wait to get this line across west central Missouri. Of course, we'll be keeping you up to date with all the latest information. Remember, weather radios are out. They are having absolutely horrible communication problems between the tower and the National Weather Service. Matter of fact, the warning messages that you would typically hear over the radio or TV are not working either. So this is why it's very important to have multiple means to be able to receive warnings, watches, and advisories. Tune it in to my live stream. If you're not able to do that, you can go to 95.3 KDKD where Clay Radford is in the studios. He's updating as information is brought forth. So you can tune in, and he's going to keep you up to date on all the warnings and watches here in west central Missouri as well. Download an app. Download Storm Shield, or the American Red Cross has an app called Emergency. You can download those apps. That will keep you in the know of any warnings and watches in your area as well. So right now, not seeing a whole lot going on out there. The strongest cells right now look like it's going into up here near Edgerton, Kansas, Easton, and then over here on the Missouri side, Plattsburgh, Turney, Cameron. You guys have a strong cell up there. And then, of course, a strong cell down here on the southern edge of Vernon County, down around Sheldon, and just west of Shell City. Now, this is going to be moving into St. Clair County as well as Henry County here over the next probably 20 minutes or so. There are a few cells popping up out ahead of this line. We just had another one pop up here near Leeton that's producing some heavy rains right now, right at the Henry-Johnson County line. So we'll be watching that as well. So if you guys don't mind, Cassie, very good, Cassie. Yep, that is from the software called Everbridge. If you live in Henry County, you can sign up for Everbridge, something that myself and Director of Emergency Management, Mark Harden, has worked very, very hard to bring that to our county and to the citizens here so that they can be warned of any threatening weather, traffic accidents, gas leaks, you name it. We're going to get that information out to you guys very, very quickly. So I'm glad that is working well for Everbridge and for you, Cassie. Have a question here. What does the dry line mean for tornado chances in Henry County? Well, if we had moisture, it would mean a bunch. Um, we have a dry line, and basically what a dry line is, it is a line that separates the high moisture versus very dry air. Okay, that dry line is going to be moving across west central Missouri, but again, unfortunately, that moisture is going to get here just maybe a little bit too late to provide that big uptick in severe weather. Now, as this line moves east and goes into central Missouri and in eastern Missouri, they have a lot better moisture out there. And once that dry line gets out there, it's going to really intensify these storms. They will likely have a severe storm outbreak in central eastern Missouri, as well as a few tornadoes out there. So we've been very, very fortunate that this is such a strong storm. It's so tightly wound into a ball that it's not wide enough to get that Gulf of America moisture into the storm system. So we're actually getting air from the Pacific and from down in Mexico. That drier air is being absorbed into the storm system, and typically we probably wouldn't even get a thunderstorm, period. But because all of the other ingredients are so strong, the wind shear, the instability, such a strong front that's moving through for that lift, it's creating these thunderstorms. Now, it's a big guess how much moisture is going to be needed for these thunderstorms to turn severe. And we've got some strong winds aloft, over 100 mile an hour above our heads, and some of those winds are being dragged down by the rain closer to the surface, producing some 70 mile per hour winds with these thunderstorms. But so far, they behave themselves. We just hope that they will continue to behave and we don't have to put these storms in a corner for any length of time, and they can just roll through here, give us some much needed moisture, and roll out of here, and we end up with a beautiful night here in west central Missouri. All right, guys, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to take a quick time out. I'm going to fill up my water. I'm going to keep radar up here, and I'll be back here in just a couple minutes, and we'll continue our storm track weather coverage right here at Baumgart's Weather Center here at Radford Media Group Studios. I'll be back momentarily. All right, guys. So we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. It is going to be for Cass, Henry, Bates, Johnson, and St. Clair counties here in west central Missouri. I just gave an update on 95.3 KDKD. Make sure everybody was aware. Again, guys, you have to remember that the weather radios are not operational today. The emergency alerts that come out over the radio as well as TV, they are not working. There's a big telecom issue going on with the National Weather Service and the towers. So we're here. We're going to keep you updated on 95.3 KDKD as well as all of my live streams I am actually streaming on right now. So again, let's take a look at this severe thunderstorm warning. Again, the biggest threat is going to be 70-mile-per-hour winds. That is a considerable damage threat assessment with the National Weather Service. So we can expect some very strong winds. And what happens, the reason why we are getting these strong winds is that up above our heads at a few hundred feet, we've got winds in excess of 100 miles an hour. When we get a strong thunderstorm with heavy rains, those rains can actually push those higher winds closer to the surface, and that's where we can get some of these higher wind gusts ahead of this line. So that's our biggest threat right now, is going to be 70-mile-per-hour winds with this line of thunderstorms. And again, we've got severe thunderstorm warning for Henry, Bates, and Johnson County. It looked like a severe thunderstorm was located near Garden City, moving northeast at 65 miles per hour. This is what I'm telling you guys. You have no time to to react when they're actually moving this fast. So again, we've been talking about it for the last couple of days. We're going to have to stay weather aware for the likelihood of seeing some of these really fast moving thunderstorms. So 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, penny-sized hail. This is radar indicated. Expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations: Chehaui, Blairstown, Adrian, Windsor, Leeton, Montrose, Kingsville, Warrensburg, Ballard, Urick, Pittsville, Cole, Knob Noster, Tightwad, Hartwell, Brownington, Butler, Ladue, Quick City, and Fayetteville are all in the path of this storm. So again, I am not seeing anything rotating right now on any of the levels, and that is a very good thing. That is one concern that we have with this, is the fact that I'm keeping a very close eye. I have two other programs going that is keeping an eye on any rotational thunderstorms, and we're going to keep a very close eye as this continues to push to the east through west central Missouri, picking up on any type of small rotation along this line of thunderstorms. So right now, everything is just looking like some torrential rains, a little bit of lightning, and strong straight line winds is the primary concern along this line of thunderstorms. St. Clair County, you have a strong thunderstorm getting ready to move into your county as well. You are under that severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to jump down here to the Springfield. I'm going to kind of watch this cell down here in St. Clair County. I'm going to watch this here for just a couple minutes. There is a little bit of very broad rotation that's heading into St. Clair County. I am going to be watching this. Looks like this is likely about the strongest cell we have out here in west central Missouri right now. And it is just west of Taborville right now. Looks like it is picking up on a little bit of hail. That means that we do have a little bit of a mesocyclone going. There is some spin in the atmosphere. So keeping close watch on this. This is right at Taborville. Let me take a look at a 3D representation of this here real quick. I just want to see, want to take a look. See if I can spot any hail in the thunderstorm. Really not detecting much of the way of any hail with this thunderstorm. So just torrential rains right now. Just kind of look like northwest of Taborville. Maybe a little bit of hail right here. That's what you're looking at right here. So looks like a little bit of hail just north of Taborville is what I'm picking up here in 3D mode. We're going to watch this here. It's moving very quickly at about 52 miles per hour, moving northeast. So this particular, let's go ahead and do a timeline on this. So areas impacted. Montego Springs in 5 minutes. Larry City in about 13 minutes. Deepwater 17 minutes. Brownington 18 minutes. Cole 27. Tightwad 29 minutes. Leesville 31 minutes. And Roseland 33 minutes. That's the anticipated impact time of this this probably the strongest cell we have here in west central Missouri right now. Yeah, El Dorado Springs, you have a secondary cell that is putting down some torrential rainfall down there, be coming right into El Dorado Springs. Looks like hail. I don't think there's going to be much of the way of hail. I'm not seeing much of the way of hail tops. With that particular cell, but a little bit of hail. You see where the purples are. Those are the hail core. And that's the one that's going to be moving into St. Clair County. And it's going to be heading up toward Larry City and Deepwater. So let's bring up, I want to bring back up our camera so we can get a good eye on this from the west. And again, this camera that you're looking at, this is looking west from downtown Clinton. So we are right here, and we are looking right here at this line of storms that is severe warned. That's going to be moving into Clinton Metro here in Henry County in just a matter of minutes. No, Sierra. These storms are moving so fast, and again, behind this line, you can expect some strong winds, maybe even up to 60 miles per hour on the backside of this line. If you're in Harrisonville, Peculiar, Archie, Adrian, Passaic, Butler, Rich Hill, down to Nevada, you will pick up some strong winds on the backside of this line, but your severe threat for the rest of the night is basically over. You bet, Nikki. Let's see if we picked up any. So those of you that are in Henry County, make sure you go over to the Henry County government page or the big sign up icon for Everbridge, and you can be notified of all the warnings, watches, and advisories for Henry County, traffic accidents, runaway suspects, the whole 9 yards. You get to pick and choose what information you want, and it will be sent to you on a text or email or a phone call, whatever you choose. So make sure you get in there and sign up. What's happened today is a prime example of the reason why you always want to have multiple means to receive these warnings and watches other than weather radio. Weather radio is down. The emergency alerts you normally hear on the radio and on TV, they're down. So now we have to rely on apps on our phones such as Storm Shield, Everbridge, which is what we just talked about for the county of Henry that we have in place. Most counties do have a form of mass communication for the county in case of severe weather or some other event that might happen in that county. So definitely have multiple ways, guys. Yeah, Elizabeth. Yep, no weather radios, no emergency alerts over the radio or cable. They're all down today. So makes it more important. Make sure you share the stream. If you can't get to a computer or on the phone, you can always go to 95.3. Clay is in the studio today updating everybody on the changing weather conditions. So you can find us on YouTube, on Subby's advisory page. You can find us on Radford Media Group app for your Apple or Android. You can download that, watch all my live streams right there. So we have multiple platforms that we are live on right now. So looking here from the Skycam here to looking west from downtown Clinton. So the camera is situated about right in here, and we are looking west right into the storm, and that's what we're looking at here on the live cam right now. You can see those rain shafts falling down. A lot of that, I have a feeling, is probably evaporating. So remember, we had that because of the lack of moisture. We could have some dry thunderstorms, at least for part of it. We could have lightning strikes that could produce some fires, because we're not getting a whole lot of rain out of this. It's going to come down maybe like cats and dogs for a little bit, but then it's going to ease up, and this line moving at 60 miles per hour, it's going to get out of here in a hurry. So we really have two strong cells right now along the leading edge of this line. The first one is going to be up here near Norris. This is going to be along N Highway for all you N Highway boys that live up there from Blairstown to Norris. Strong cell up there, maybe some small hail. And then we also have another strong cell that is crossing St. Clair County into Henry County. This is going to be affecting Clinton, Deepwater, Brownington here just within the next few minutes. So we're going to be keeping watch right here. That's coming up from kind of the southwest. I am going to change my angle. We're going to take a look. This is actually looking south from downtown Clinton. We're going to be able to see this storm right here move up towards Clinton, coming up from the southwest. So the southwest is going to be right in here. We're already starting to see some of the rain shafts. So we're going to keep a real close eye on this as this cell makes its way closer to the town of Clinton. And those are the two strongest cells right now along the leading edge of this line. There's also another moderate rain down here just west of Roscoe. They've got some moderate rain. Not a lot of lightning with this, guys. There's been one lightning strike right down here off of 1000 Road. This is just west of Deepwater. And a couple lightning strikes up here with this cell near Blairstown, just south of Chehawaii. That's going to be coming into Chehawaii here in the next 3 to 5 minutes. But other than that, there's not even a lot of lightning with these cells. Just the threat of very, very strong straight line winds. Sahara, if you live in Henry County, you can go to Henry County Facebook page, Henry County Emergency Management, and scroll down, and we have a link there. And you can go to henryco.com. That is the county website, and right there on the home page, you'll see Everbridge sign up. Click on it, you sign up for it, pick and choose what you want alerts to, and you'll get notified on your phone whenever we have severe weather or something important that's happening here in our county. Look like Sahara is probably going to be just east of you by 4:30 in Osceola. Okay, so they do have a new tornado watch out. You remember we talked a little bit about this here earlier, about the potential of a tornado watch being issued. So here momentarily you're going to see this radar update. So we do have new tornado watches out for parts of west central Missouri and east. This is when this line is really supposed to pick up and grab some moisture and intensify as it moves across the state of Missouri. So I'm going to take a look and see what this says here real quick. Okay, so this is actually going to include, right now, it's including Benton County. So Benton County, you are underneath a tornado watch for right now. Looks like Pettis County, you're kind of still in limbo. And the reason behind this is because Pettis County, you're part of the